Well, I can't believe it, peeps. I died for the first time in a very, very long time. It's been forever. What's up, people? I'm Xogue, and welcome back to Ryotcraft Finny. We're here, we're doing things, and I have something to show you. We got some plans for today. I actually have a couple things to show you. The first of which is this little island thing over here that just kind of popped up out of nowhere. You see, I have a daily life, which means I go to work, right? So when I go to work and my buddy stays home, he has a chance to kind of log in for me and do some stuff. And it appears that he plopped this guy down. Now, approaching this thing, it makes me feel like it's a trap. It really does. I mean, it's just out in the middle of nowhere. Especially since it has a sign. It says, "Please do not break me. I will know. If you do, all will see." Rome. And that's my buddy's name, Rome. Well, it's his nickname. But anyway. So, I mean, first of all, let's take a look at, like, the island, because I like how he did this, all right? Just try to picture this for a second. And I was thinking about this. I was like, I'm not going to, like, touch it or anything, because I wanted to bring you guys in. He didn't do the backside with clouds, and it got me to thinking. I was like, what if none of it was clouds? And then I thought about that for a second. I was like, I know why he put the clouds there, because just a floating cube of dirt looks weird. And then I got to wonder, why is it so tall? If he's just going to plant a tree, why is it so thick? So that's why I think it's a trap. But, shh, I don't know it's a trap. So we're just going to go, boop. Uh-oh. Oh, I hear it. Oh, what? Oh! Woo! We're falling. Okay. And the island is gone! Almost completely. Hello, tree. We're going to leave that. That's going to stay right there. That's going to stay. It's going to stay right where it is. That's pretty cool. I like that. You even got the bug still on there. Look at that. We got the button. Yep, that's staying right where it is. Now, the next thing I want to show you. That's pretty cool. It's a cool little thing. Thanks, buddy. I usually don't like people popping onto my game like that, but that was cool. It was a nice little tidbit. Thumbs up for the Rome trap. Rome blow up tree trap thing. All right, so anyway. Now the next thing I want to show you is actually back at spawn. 59. Okay. Well, you can see I knew something was up, right? Because he left it in my inventory. And honestly, I didn't even see that until after the explosion, but hey, it is what it is. So let's put the bugs back. And the lever, we kept the lever because that's important. But anyway, let's move this stuff over here. He's not the type to mess with anything else, so I'm not worried about it. Him having played with anything else. Usually it's just like a one-off like that. But anyway, the next thing I want to show you is actually back at spawn. So let's go to spawn. Spawn. Here. Go. Be the thing. Do the thing. Yes. Wait. Stop. Go. Load. So slow. And then fly. And then go off into a direction so we can unload the... Yeah. We're good. All right, so actually I should have taken a different thing because we're going over here to the Draconic Reactor, but it's actually not too far away. I thought it was a lot further away from spawn, and it really wasn't. And when we were doing the stuff with Shay and her little node thing area, her base is like right over there, and I really did not know it was that close to anything. I really had no idea. But we've never really seen the full scope of this thing, right? We can't really tell how big it is because it unrenders from the other side. Now that kind of tells you how big it is, in reality. I mean, that kind of says it's a pretty big thing, right? It's a pretty big thing. But what we can actually do to see it is just hit J. Bam! Look at the size of this thing. This thing is ridiculous. This is a huge area. And this is the top of one of those really big red oak things. That's why it didn't get destroyed. That's why it's still on the map, because this is the top of the tree. But anyway, I have plans for this area. It's going to be kind of ridiculous to do, but you're going to see that in episode 100. Episode 100, I'm already starting to put it together. So that should tell you just how cool it's gonna be. Well, I hope it's gonna be cool. We're gonna see. But I wanted to show you this because this is really cool. This thing is huge. It's absolutely huge. But you see, it's not really all that far away from spawn, because here's spawn, here's Shay's base, and we did it right over here. And there's actually another base. I don't know exactly where it is. Is there a base over here? No, I thought there was. Maybe not, because it doesn't look like that. But that's Shay's place. I don't know. It was cool. But anyway, so what we're going to do today is actually more Thaumcrafty stuff. Now, we have our energized node, right? We've got the energized node that we got in the last episode. If you didn't see it, just, you know, back one video and you'll see me make that and get it all put together and everything. It's pretty cool. And it looks like this once it's done, because it's really cool and I love it. It's amazing. Now, I did get a comment saying it doesn't matter the power. The only real reason to have the superpower is just for the looks, because it looks a lot bigger and all this other good stuff, which is really cool. We're going to see how Thaumcraft 5, since that's out for 1.8 now, I believe. You know, we're going to see what that's like in the next mod pack that we play. But we want to use something here. Now, the problem with using the CV, well, okay, more specifically, the problem with using the device that I want to use that actually uses CV is that it is contained in the Eldritch tab, which we do not have unlocked. We don't have the Eldritch tab. It's not in here. And if the video that I saw looking this up is accurate, it would be around in this general vicinity somewhere. But the idea of how you unlock that tab is by getting warp. By doing warp things. We have to get warped. That sounds like a friggin' like thing. I don't know. Hold on a second. Background noise is totally a thing. It happens and it stinks. I hate it. But anyway, like I was saying, we got to get warped. Get warped. I don't know. It just sounds like, you know, you get pumped. You get warped. We're going to warp our mind using these little guys right here. This is how, from what I understand, there's a lot of ways to get warp. You can actually eat some zombie brains to do it, but I don't think that's going to give us the kind of warp that we need. In order to actually, let's just, oh, we can't eat it. We got to be hungry first. I got to jump a lot. I need to find a 2-eye space, but you get the idea. Like, we can eat zombie brains. That gives you temporary warp. There's permanent warp. There's normal warp. There's, I don't know, there's a bunch of things. There's different kinds of warp, and I'm thinking we're going to need either permanent or normal in order to actually unlock the tab that we need to get this stuff going. Now, what I want to make is the advanced alchemical furnace thingamajig. Now, what we have oh yeah, by the way, I was told that using the armor, we don't take void damage. Pretty sure I would normally be taking void damage by now, because I'm kind of, you know, I'm pretty far down. But just to be safe, we're not going to mess with that too much. So anyway, gotta love the Draconic Evolution armors. Armors is stuff. So, what we have now is the regular alchemical furnace. It uses, you know, it uses coal, it burns things, it gives us essentia, and that is what we want the upgraded version of, which uses essentia or centivis, which is good. That's what we have. We have an unlimited supply of this, and apparently our node was big enough to basically be awesome at everything. So that's perfect. That's what we like. We like being awesome at everything. We're not going to be the best ever possible or anything like that, not with this kind of a node, and eventually we will have one, go big or go home style, but for now we're good. So we want to make this guy, but we have to unlock the tab first. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through some of these guys, and it does tell you in here, forbidden knowledge, mostly harmless. So that's not going to give us a whole lot. We go in here, all your Vizar belong to us. That doesn't do it. It is flashing, which makes me think it would, because this one's flashing and then this one's flashing. But the actual thing that tells you, just by looking at it, whether or not it's actually going to give you some warp is the little purple stuff around the outside. You see how it's got a little orb, like, throbbing thing there? Yeah. Totally just said throbbing thing in a video. But anyway, so we're moving on. We also have this guy here, Boned Wan Core. Yeah, forbidden knowledge, mostly harmless. So we want something that's going to give us a bunch, and what I found is actually this guy right here, and it does seem to be a little bit bigger. We do have a little bit from this. This is a minor. We've already learned that. We can get liquid death. Forbidden knowledge, moderate. This gives us moderate. So if this doesn't give it to us, it should bring us pretty close. So getting some of the other things shouldn't be a big deal. What we got to do is get some paper, papel, something. So, and then some scribing tools, which we have a bit of. And then we can go back to here and go ahead and get the research note for this. Research note added to your inventory. Pop that guy in here and see what we need to do. Now, I know I've mentioned this before, but what I normally do is use a research tool. It's a website that actually just tells you one of the easiest ways to get there. But I wanted to show you a little bit about what you have to do in order to do this, right? So the way you would do this if you don't have access to that website, and I'll leave a link to the website down in the description. I don't know if I did that for the last video I said I was going to do it for, so I'll do it for this one just in case. But this is the way I would do it if I didn't have access to that. If you look at this guy right here, right? This is a primal. This is, you can't, yeah. You can hover over these things to see if you can find anything that uses the water element or whatever in it. And if we could find one real quick like this, like Limus, if I were to drag this here, it would connect to it. But the better way to do it, no, don't do that, is to find one that is not a primal. And if you go to here and go to the little thing like this, now we see that we have the P word and the Victus. Now, the P word one is a primal, but this guy isn't. And this guy uses water. So that's perfect. So if we only had one slot right here, we can put it right in the middle. It would link to both. But since it has three, we have to like link them all together. So let's see. Basically, we need something that will use, yeah, so we need something that uses earth, or no, wait, we could do, let's see. Is there something that uses earth and water? What do you give me? Oh, for Victus, okay, duh. Derp, Xogue, totally derped. All right, but anyway, so if we go here, we could do it that way. We could do it that way. That might be an easier way to do it. If we go here, that will link up to that. Then we can grab another one of these guys. Then we can go and do the, earth. Maybe, oh, I don't know if earth would work here, actually. I did that backwards. Would that work? No, it wouldn't. I didn't think it would. And then we could do Victus. That's the one I was looking at. See, now those are all connected. You see the faint line going in here? That's done. So now, if we can put this guy and hook it into the P word one. Let's see, the poison, that hooks directly to it. So again, we can do a similar concept. We could go back to water, since we have a bunch of water. And then we can go back to the poison one, since we have some of those. And then we can go into, oh, see, yeah, I just messed that up. That's not going to work. Of course you mess it up. We need something else with water in it. And also, let's see, we need some, ooh. If we go to, see, now I'm mixed around. I'm mixed around now is what I am. All right, so we have the P word there. So we can put the poison here. What about, see what, yeah, yeah, I'll have to figure that out. See, now my brain isn't working. My brain is not working how I want it to. Oh, well, we could do the poison again, and then, yeah, see, that's not going to hook directly into it, because what we need, we could do it this way. This is going to use 2 more poisons, which we really don't want to do, but now that we have that, we can actually hook a Perdicio or P-word one right here, and that will link them that way. So we can do it like that. And this is why I use the research tool, because I'm not the best at this, and this is probably wasting aspects and all that good stuff. I get it. I totally get it. But hey, it is what it is. We can actually make it work. And I just wanted to show you that I can do that. I can do it without the research tool. I just prefer to use it because it's handy. But anyway, let me go ahead and hook this last guy up there, and we'll get this research note for liquid death. We did it! Look! Eldritch! We finally unlocked the Eldritch tab. Now, I don't know how exactly to get to the thingamajig that we need, so I'm going to be working on that. But we're getting close, peeps. We are getting close. We got a few things we can do. Void Metal. We got Wand Focus Primal. I was looking for this guy. This guy's pretty cool because there's apparently some kind of a taint thing. I was looking to use this when I was trying to get taint on my node. It's kind of a thing that using that guy has a side effect of producing taint or something like that. But anyway, yeah, I didn't have the Eldritch tab and I had no idea what it was, so I couldn't get to it. But it's funny because I wasn't even, like when it unlocked, because you get an achievement for it. If we took a look here, somewhere, yeah, we get a lot of backups. I've been doing this for a little while. It didn't actually show me, which is weird. It usually shows you. I guess that thing, a sudden and unnatural hunger consumes you. I think that was actually the achievement. But if we go into here and go to achievements and find the one for Thaumcraft. No. Let me find it and I'll bring it right back. Okay, so the thing that I saw was this guy right here, the Eldritch Epiphany. This is actually what popped up. It popped up at the top of my screen. I thought it was an achievement, but it wasn't. It was just this guy right here. That's why we couldn't find it. Apparently, Thaumcraft doesn't have achievements. At least not Thaumcraft 4. But anyway, so what we need to do now is actually keep going further into this. But like I was trying to say, I believe, first of all, mixed crystals. There's no stars on anything except Terra. So I don't know how to get the stars. I don't know if you need these specific shards, because I know there are... you know, air crystal clusters and fire, or ignis and this and this and this. I thought the mixed would do all of them, but I guess that's only for use in the infusion altar thingy over there. I don't know. I really don't. But anyway, if you guys know how to get the passive increase in these guys, let me know. It's not going to be a big deal for us now. But in the next series. In the next series, for sure, that's going to be in handy, because we are going to go as far as we possibly can into Thaumcraft. I'm going to try to do everything. All of Thaumcraft is going to be mine, and I'm going to take all of it. And it's going to be great. It's going to be really cool, and we're going to jump into that pretty early. But anyway, so I have a whole bunch of these guys. We're just going to leave them here because it's a thing. And we have Infernus. I had no idea that was a thing, but apparently it is, and it's cool. But anyway, like I was trying to say... while I was unlocking these guys, you know how you get a research note. Actually, I have a few available here that I can just kind of throw in temporarily. You have this. I was building out the paths of the third one when it popped up and told me that I had the Eldritch. So I don't know what was acquiring me what is it? Oh, I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. Warp. That's what it's called. I don't know what was giving me warp, but something did, and it unlocked it. It unlocked it for us. So now we can actually just go and drop these guys down here. And just because they're already unlocked, bam, 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 bam. Got all of those 4. All right, so we're good. Now we're going crazy. Steadily, but slowly but surely, we have gone crazy. We are technically a little bit insane right now, because it says right here, you have tried to explain it to others, but received only strange looks in return. No matter. You will show them someday. You will show them all. That's like a common phrase you see in crazy people movies. And that's totally a thing as well. Crazy people movies, it's totally a thing. Anyway, yeah, it was like, I will show you. I will show you all. It's like a common thing that's said in crazy people movies. And it's pretty cool. But anyway, so now that we're here, now we have this unlocked. What I need to do now is just keep getting all this research and stuff. Give me a research note, because I don't know where I need to go. Give me a research note. Give me a, oh, sanity check. Perfect. We'll do the sanity check first. Sanity check. Go. Oh, you're pretty easy. That's not a problem. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just get some of this basic stuff. We have a sanity check so we can see just how, an introspection for the brave, just how crazy we are. We might have to go get with that guy and play with it a little bit. But anyway, let me go further into this little concept-y place and get to the alchemic furnace thing. Are you the thing? I don't know. Possibly. We're missing something here. But anyway, you get the idea. Let me do this and I'll be right back. Well, I can't believe it, peeps. I died for the first time in a very, very long time. It's been forever. Let me show you exactly what happened. Sort of kind of show you exactly what happened. Basically, I sat here and I did this, right? And then I took off my flight thing. So basically, I can't fly. That's what I wanted. And then I set up a little macro on my keyboard where if I push a button, it makes me jump a lot. So that way I can eat a whole bunch of brains, right? Oh, I think am I kicked or am I not kicked? No, I'm good. Okay, no, it's fine. And then what happened is that even though I'm jumping all the time, eating brains, doing a whole bunch of things, an Eldritch Guardian spawned to attack me. And I had forgotten that it took off my amazing armor. So he killed me. He killed me! And the thing is, I loaded back into my world and I came in like all all the way over here. I don't know. It was off in this direction somewhere. It was crazy. Yeah, it's right over here. This is where I spawned, way over here. And I had no idea. I loaded in because there was an issue before with an update on the server where I tried to like load into a world that I had previously created and it instantly killed me because technically it wasn't a real world or something like that. I don't know. I wasn't getting power because they weren't linking up. RF Tools update. I don't know. It was a weird thing. But basically the world was gone in effect. And I was afraid that that happened here. And I was like, oh my gosh, no, no. And then I realized it showed my death marker and that I had soulbound on all my gear. And I was like, partially saved. Now let's see if my base is still there. Oh, anyway. So, yeah. We're just going to go here and get back to the grind, I guess. Because we really need, well, maybe we'll do this research. What it appears that I need to do right here. I believe this is the advanced alchemic furnace thing that we want to make. And we're missing something, which I believe is the primordial pearl. And I'm not entirely sure, but we do have enough warp to get an Eldritch Guardian. So I don't know if there's something else we need to do. But I think what we have to do is actually get enough warp on us in order to spawn that second thing. And then go to some other world and kill the boss to get the primordial pearl, which will then unlock this and then let us get this thing. So there's a lot of things we got to do. And I'm going to try to do a lot of it, like all the time, like right now kind of thing. And it's going to take me a little while. So let me keep jumping in my corner, and I'll see you back here in a little while. Can't believe I died. So I have done quite a few things just to try and get enough, what's it called? Warp. We're trying to go crazy here, okay? It shouldn't be this difficult to go crazy enough to get to another world. It is very, very difficult, it seems like, because if we take a look into here, you know, I have unlocked a lot of the, which there's actually none, which is odd. You would figure that a lot of these guys would give you warp, but it appears like only this one and this one do, but these guys don't. I don't know, it's weird. But anyway, so I've gone through and I have unlocked a lot of the warp-giving things, including the flesh golems. I got the flesh golems from in here. I've gotten the... Is there one in here? I got the infernal furnace. I've gotten the sinister lodestone. I don't know, but you get the idea. I've gone through here, and you see this little the purple outline. As soon as I find another one, I'll show you what I mean. These guys right here. The purple outline, the little orby-like things, that is what tells you whether or not you're going to get some forbidden knowledge warp. It's right there. You see this one gives moderate, but again, it's already unlocked and everything. I've gone through and I've gotten all those so far. Also, I set up somewhere over here. You see there's a third one now. And that was gotten so that I could acquire a large number of zombie brains. Because you can eat zombie brains for temporary warp. So I did that as well. Then I also came in and I made a whole bunch of flesh golems. If we take a look in here, we have flesh. I made 88 flesh golems, which takes a bit of work. Which means I decided to go ahead and upgrade my system, which means I probably can make some more, which will get me there. Ish. It won't get me all the way there. I'm glad we have this much modus, because modus is difficult to get. It appears pistons are the best way to get this. If you know of something else I can throw into these guys to give me modus, let me know, but pistons seem to be good ones? I don't know. But in any case, Humanus and Spiritus are not too difficult to get. You see that I have those, but in doing this, I have 1,926 Corpus, 2,100 Melum. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff. I've been cooking things galore in all these guys. I have expanded it, and yeah, it's pretty much good to go. This setup is ridiculous, but it's amazing. I have so much stuff. I had to put an ME controller over here. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, so after doing all this stuff, getting a whole bunch of flesh golems, getting all this stuff together, doing as much stuff as I can, being bombarded by spiders from Thaumcraft and Chaos Guardians. One time there was like 8 Chaos Guardians that spawned and tried to kill me. So glad my armor wasn't off at that point in time. And we are still... Look at my sanity checker. I believe we have to get up there, up to the top left, if you're not seeing what I'm seeing. It's up there... And the dark purple is the permanent warp. The regular purple, the lighter purple, is the normal warp. And the pink is temporary warp. Now, the temporary warp will go away on its own, I believe. Actually, I know it will. I don't know how long, though, is what I mean by I believe. I have no idea how long it takes for temporary warp to go away, but I assume that's kind of like once you stop using this stuff and actually getting things, you know, you start moving on to something else or whatever, you'll see that disappear. One of the times your warp will just go inactive, and that stuff won't do anything to you, and it'll go away. Then we have the normal warp, which the only way to get rid of that is to use it like the purify, well, I don't know, like soap or something. There's like a soap in Thaumcraft. And then the permanent warp you can never get rid of, like ever. It just doesn't ever go away. There's no way to get rid of it, which I don't really mind. It doesn't bother me. What I'm trying to do is to get the next thing there so we can unlock the Eldritch tab so that we can actually do this. Now, one of two things is that I just have to go far enough and get enough warp to unlock it, or I'm missing something else that I need for this, and I cannot figure out what it is if that's the case. I don't know what will unlock that for me other than just getting more warp, and warp is ridiculous to get because I have to make so many flesh golems, or, you know, eat a whole bunch of brains, which brains doesn't even seem to be giving me any kind of regular normal warp or anything like that. So I don't know how to get enough warp for this. And it's really kind of driving me nuts. Just to put it into perspective, usually I am done with this a day ahead. Right? Before I go to sleep, the episode for the next day is usually done. But as of right now, it is currently 2 hours before this episode's going to go live. Or is supposed to go live. Hopefully it finishes in that amount of time. It probably won't, actually. Today's episode is probably going to be late. But it's just ridiculous. So what I need from you guys is a faster way to get warp. Or if I'm doing something else wrong, we need to get further into this. And I'm going to keep working on it. And I'm going to use your suggestions in the comments. So hopefully in the next episode, you guys will tell me exactly what it is that I need to do to get to the next stage. Because we really want to, I want to play with this advanced alchemic furnace thing that you can make once you get warp and stuff. Once you get all the way into here. And then we can power it with this guy and it'll be absolutely amazing because that means I don't have to keep feeding this stuff with coal. And it's supposed to be a lot faster as well. So, yes. That is totally a thing. I have done a lot of work. Also, we made this guy. I didn't have this last time you saw me. But, yeah, I have done so much stuff trying to get up to a level that is decent. And I am slowly but surely getting there. If I have to craft that many flesh golems, I will. I certainly will. I need to populate these guys again. Fill them all back up. Get a whole bunch of that the essentia that I need to do that. Yeah, it's pretty wicked. It's kind of wicked that you have to do that many flesh golems. That you have to do that in order to get enough warp. To me, that seems like cheating, and I want to know the right way to do it. Now, the right way might take too much time, so we will end up cheating just so we can get there and actually continue with things, but I do still think it's good to know the right way. So, if you know the right way, then let me know. If you know a way I can do it faster, let me know. And if there's something else that I'm missing in order to get there, let me know. I know there's a lot of Thaumcraft experts out there, and I'm calling on you guys. I'm calling on you because I need some help, peeps. I need some help. We need to get this done. Okay. But anyway, so that's all of that is also why this episode is going to be a little bit shorter than the others usually are. But hopefully it's okay. Hopefully it's okay. So anyway, if you did like the episode, don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to see more, you want my videos sent directly to you, then don't forget to subscribe. Comment, favorite, share if you feel like you want to. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace out, peeps.